This year is entitled Parshat Vayaishaiv, the relentless pursuit of Shalva, of peace and tranquility. Famous Medrash, quoted by Rashi, that Yaakov thought after all these years away, dealing with Lavan, and all the corruption of Lavan, and the oppression that he had, now it's time for Shalva, for peace and tranquility, where he could live with his family in a more calm, serene way. And the Medrash says, Yaakov, you think that's what's going to happen? You're going to have some challenging situations. Yosef, the brothers, going down to Egypt. So there's a few ways to learn that. Medrash. Is the Medrash actually rejecting Yaakov's request out of hand? You think you're going to have Shalva in this world, and the answer is you will have no Shalva in this world? Is that the answer, or is it no? You think you're going to have Shalva now, and the answer is you will have it, but not now. You'll have it later. So actually, most take it in the former way. They know he's not going to have Shalva at all. That's not what this world is about. While the Lubavitcher Rebbe takes it to mean that he'll have Shalva, but he needs to first go through the experience of Yosef, the brothers in Egypt. They're going to develop into a different kind of family once they're in Egypt, and then they will have Shalva. The last 17 years, the Torah, our Bala Turim says, the last 70 years were years of Shalva. So according to the Rebbe, the Medrash is simply saying, you want it now. It's not going to be now. It's going to be later. But either way, the fact is, for those of us that think that we're going to have a simple life of Shalva, we keep Torah, we keep mitzvah, everything's going to be smooth sailing. The fact is, reality is not that way. Hashem built into reality that part of our growth is to deal with challenges, with bumps. Sometimes the bumps are small ones. Sometimes it's just a question of how we're going to pay the bill at the end of the month, and it's not such a distance between making it at the end of the month and what we have, and it could be a small challenge. Sometimes it's going to be big bumps, whether it's financial bumps, shalom bayis bumps, dealing with our children not exactly doing what we thought they would do, etc., dealing with the community, dealing with our colleagues, with our boss, whatever it may be. It is built into reality. There's going to be bumps, there's going to be hills, there's going to be mountains. And if a person thinks, no, I'm a good Jew, and why are there bumps? It's an aberration. The answer is it's not an aberration. That's how God set up reality, to have challenging situations. And yes, we will, Mitzvah Hashem, have many moments in days, weeks, and months of Shalva, but to think that it's going to be bump-free, challenge-free, it's just not reality. And I think if we have that perspective, and we fully understand that this is not an aberration, this is part of reality, then A, we won't challenge God. God, why are you doing this to me? It's not fair. Because one doesn't mean it's not fair. That's reality. God set up reality with the bumps. And B, instead of spending our energy on challenging God, we'll go ahead and see, how can I grow from this situation? My financial challenges, my shalom bayis issues, my issues raising my children, how can I grow, and how can I make this into a better situation? So, Myers Hashem, we should have our moments and days, and much of our life should be with Shalva. But I think, to think that it should be bump-free is just fantasy. It's not reality. May we be able to deal with our bumps and hills and mountains. May we grow from them. And Myers Hashem, have our times of Shalva as well. Shalom.